Okay, finally breaking up all of these preview videos. We're going to do a news of the day type thing, and no, I'm not doing it outside. I'm doing this in the room here with all you fine people, and we're going to discuss just some stuff that's going on. Tom Dundon is a different owner. And there's an interview with him now about the whole Don Waddell thing where he's saying Don Waddell's not going anywhere. I have a great relationship with Don Waddell. He doesn't have a contract because I don't like contracts. So his opinion is this: if you work for me, you work for me. I'm not giving you a contract. As long as things are working well, we're good. If I'm not happy with your work, you're gone. Well, in the sports world, it's standard for coaches and general managers to get contracts. So in other parts of the organization where they don't have people in place, whether it's an assistant general manager you're missing or a goalie coach, or maybe he just figures, hey, we've got these job positions open, and he figures you can hire for them the same as you do for a regular job where you don't necessarily get a contract. And the weird thing is he's saying Don Waddell isn't going anywhere, and Minnesota interviewed him, and then where the weirdest thing is he says even if he had a contract here, he still would have been interviewed by Minnesota. No, if Don Waddell had a contract there, he probably wouldn't have wanted the interview in Minnesota. He doesn't get the interview in Minnesota because he has to. He got the interview in Minnesota because he wanted to get the interview in Minnesota. This is a very weird situation going on in Carolina, and if Don Waddell were to leave the team, I am all ears as to what Tom Dundon's plan would be from there, because he doesn't like to sign contracts. So are we just going to have like acting general managers, acting assistant general managers, and nobody gets a contract? Is that eventually where things, is that kind of where he's going, or will he adapt and go, okay, this is the way things are done in the National Hockey League? It's strange, because there's a reason you call it a lame duck general manager and a lame duck coach. They don't have a contract beyond that year, and they're seen as just a dead man walking in the organization if the organization doesn't plan on signing him to a contract. So he even says too, well, if Don wants a contract, I'll give him a contract, but it's never come up. And I'm thinking, really? That seems odd. Don Waddell's been in hockey for decades. I'm sure he's thought about it. This is going to be a situation to watch going forward. Yes. Andrei Markov may very well want to return to the National Hockey League and would like to come back to the Montreal Canadiens. So this is the second player past the age of 35 this week who has apparently shown interest in being a Montreal Canadian. The thing is, while Montreal would benefit from having him there, I'm not sure where he fits. Would he end up being a third-pairing defenseman? Does that work? Does that push a kid out of a roster spot who otherwise would be in there? Is there a spot right now for Andrei Markov? Well, I wasn't a huge fan of how everything turned out when he ended up leaving, because Montreal just seemed to let him go and didn't really have a plan to replace him. Where does he fit if he comes back? The Oilers, so Puljujarvi still wants out. This isn't about money. So they're saying this has nothing to do with money. This is about the team. Puljujarvi feels that it is an unworkable situation with the team, and he's perfectly happy to go to Finland and play. And it looks like that could very well be where this ends up. Detroit, Dylan Larkin is putting his hat in the ring and saying, I want to be team captain and I'm ready. As somebody who's watched a lot of hockey over the last couple of years, yes, Dylan Larkin should be the captain of that team, and I think he will be. I would be very surprised if they don't name him team captain. I don't know if they're going to go without a captain again this year, or if they're going to name one going into the season. A good time to announce Larkin would be during training camp and say this guy is the leader. If they don't announce a captain during training camp, they may very well go another year without announcing one. And the last news of the day sort of article we have here, Rocco Grimaldi awarded a 1-year, $1 million extension by an arbitrator, and I think that's it. I think the arbitration settlements are all done, and now we can get back to work on not signing restricted free agents and not seeing them return to their teams and not seeing them play, which is as frustrating to me as it is to fans out there watching. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think about the Carolina situation, because it is endlessly fascinating to me to see an owner who doesn't seem either he doesn't understand how things work in the NHL, or he's saying, you know what, as a businessman, I run my business as different, and it's fine if the NHL works that way. I don't work that way. So we'll see. We'll see how things turn out, and if Waddell gets the job in Minnesota, I still think it should be Hextall that gets it, but honestly, it would be really kind of hilarious if it was Waddell. After the statement by Tom Dundon that Waddell's not going anywhere, he's perfectly happy in Carolina. I don't know. It seems weird. It's sort of like saying to somebody, hey, your wife was out on a date with another guy the other day, and you go, yeah, she's happy with me, though. It doesn't matter. She had my blessing. It's fine. It doesn't matter. We're fine. Wait, you guys aren't actually married, right? Oh, she doesn't need a commitment. We're not that kind of couple. So what I'm saying is Dundon's got to put a ring on it. All right, there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and by ring, I mean a contract. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And once again, from the wonderful city of Las Vegas, it's THG. I'll talk to you again soon. And yes, there will be videos out and around. And if you want to see the terrifying flight we took, I took 3 different videos, one of the takeoff, one of the flight, and one of the landing, and they're on the Entertainment Guy channel. So if you want to see what happened and how that went and how we made it, thankfully, go check that out. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.